Hello everyone and welcome to a scrapbook layout share today where I have made 16 layouts or 8 double page spreads with this fabulous Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. Now this product is a little bit exciting because it is the first monthly kit that Stampin Up have done that involves scrapbooking, and I absolutely loved the contents of this. And usually when it comes to the monthly kits, they're usually card making kits, or they've done some little journal ones as well, some journal books, but this is the first 12 by 12 scrapbooking kit that they have done, which is very exciting. And there is a lot that is in this pizza style box here. You do get instructions. I'm not going to walk you through everything that is within this kit today. Stampin' Up actually have a video on that over on their official channel, and I will put a link to that below. I wanted to extend this a little bit more and make my own pages with these, so I have written a new guide, and I did want to use up as much of this kit as I possibly could. So I have a few little bits left over, and I wanted to just walk you through the layouts that I've created with this. So my guide has a full cutting guide for all of the pieces of paper in here, and I've actually labeled all the die cuts and all the stickers as well, so that you know which particular die cut or sticker, or these are die cuts as well, these elements here, the camera and the globe here, they're die cuts. And then you get a lot of leaf stickers and also title stickers, and that is what I love about this. The titles for these pages are quite generic and can work across a whole different range of themes. And if you're interested in the guide for what I've created, I will have a link for that below. Now, if you're a member of my team, they get the guides for free, and also if you place a $100 minimum order on my website for the month of June 2025, you will get this guide for free as well. But the guide is available for individual purchase, so all those links will be below for you. Let's get on with looking at the pretty artwork here, and I want to flip through all of the layouts that I have created. In this box there's actually 12 printed pattern papers, so all of the layouts here could be used individually. This could be the front of an album or the title page of an album, and then this could be the back page of an album. So anything that you see here could be used as a standalone element as a single page, but then I have designed these so that they can be used as a double page spread. I have introduced some coordinating cardstock with this, so Pretty Peacock in this instance here works really well with this pattern. And I also use some linen thread throughout this because there are a lot of tags in this project. There are also some pattern strips that are on a cut apart sheet. There are 2 cut apart sheets with it, so I have used those throughout this, and as I said, my guide will have everything labeled so you know exactly what goes with which layout. There are a couple of the in colors in here, so this is Darling Duckling, and then there's a cloud cover, and you'll also see Secret Sea in here as well. So they're colors that are featured throughout this, and when it comes to this sort of design, I really love this sort of watercolor brushed on effect. So that's layout 1. Layout 2, I have stuck mainly with the neutral tones. I've got some Pretty Peacock accents here on these tags, so I've brought that in onto the right side with this banner piece here. And these are in effect like little pockets. So prior to sticking on this sticker here, you can actually put more things in here if you wanted to, or tuck more photo holders in. And there are 3 die cut sheets that have 6 by 4 inch pocket type cards. So this is one of them that I have just cut up. So you'll see some of these designs coming in throughout the layouts that I have created. So you can see I've combined 2 of the titles here. We've got Happy and Memories. So there are 3 different styles to the title stickers with this. I'm just going to bring layout 1 back in so you can see the 3 different styles. There is a typewriter style font with a bubble outline that the sticker peels away and you get the silhouette type look. Then there is this gorgeous script font that they use throughout for some of the titles. And then there are these block titles here with these gorgeous combination of fonts that tie in with this one here and with that one there. So 3 different types of titles. And in some of the pages, I have combined 2 of the different fonts, or even sometimes I think 3 of the different fonts on one of the double page spreads. I love the flexibility of that, and the fact that these titles will mix and match with each other, or just be a standalone element, as it is in this case here with just one title. The leaf stickers are so delicate. You can see, I'm just going to bring this up to camera so that you can have a look at it. They're so fine, these stickers, and it's absolutely beautiful. So some are a more solid look and some are a nice fine open sort of look to it. And they just work so well. And the stickers, I think, all the elements actually, they all work so well together. So this has been really well thought out. This is my layout 3 for my guide here, and you can see these are some of the strips that are used that are cut apart sheets. So I have instructions on how to cut all of these apart in the guide so that you can, if you wanted to, follow along with this exactly. So you can see I've used 2 of these typewriter outline type fonts with the titles and then a script font with it, and I think they just combine really well together. And you can see some of this pattern paper that comes with it, the 12 by 12. It's just so wonderful to work with, and I love the fact that these are all fairly neutral themes when it comes to the pattern paper in this pack. So let's move on to layout, what am I up to, layout 4. Again, these are 2 of the pattern papers that are included with the pack. And one thing I wanted to mention, these are quite a thick cardstock. So it's a little bit thicker than the normal pattern paper or the designer series paper that Stampin' Up have. So it is really a lovely weight to work with. So you can see I've done some tearing here. This is one of those 6x4 printed cards. I've got the combination of the leaves, and all the leaf elements that you're going to see within these pages are all stickers. And then I've got the combination of the titles as well. So you can double them up if you want to, or you can use them on their own. So the best could be on their own. You can extend these titles even more across more scrapbooking projects. Some of the tags I have manipulated a little bit just to bring the colors in, but all those instructions are in the guide as well. This one here had a more yellow hue on the bottom part, and this one had a pink tag topper. So I've just adapted those to suit the colorways for this monochromatic type look on this double page spread. This is a fairly standard 4 square type quilt type pattern, and then I've brought in those 6x4 pattern papers to act as partial mats for the photos here. I think they work really well together, and this is quite a peach color tone and a lot of florals on here, some gorgeous strawberries, and here are the titles again. And I love how they're going to support the photos on the page when I put the photos on here. I have used some dimensionals in some places just to raise up these floral elements, and then these base pieces are adhered direct to the cardstock. So when you're tucking that under, I've got adhesive or tape runner just underneath these parts here, and then dimensionals just to give the flower a little bit more dimension. And yes, I do cut apart my dimensionals so that I get smaller pieces so that they will support this part here, which runs across this strawberry, which has been popped up on dimensionals, and only the S and a little bit of the M here are popped up on a dimensional that has been cut down so that it will sit all nice and flat on the layout. This would be great for Mother's Day, baby, just a day out in the garden. The mix of colours with this, with the yellow, blue and the pink, and then this peachy sort of colour, they will bring in colours from your photos when you put those on there. This one is so fresh and fun with the green and the yellow as the main tones here. And having this repeated design with the pattern going through just makes this layout more cohesive. So you'll notice all the way through this, there's actually no stamping on this. I have just kept to the contents of this kit when it comes to the die cuts, the papers and the stickers. I haven't brought in any additional stamped elements, but you could definitely add more elements to this. The Mediterranean suite that was out recently, and I think it is still available at the moment, that has some lemons. You could stamp some of those and zhuzh this up even more if you wanted to, but I'm just leaving all of these layouts as a fairly clean and classic type design. I love the softness of pink, white and grey together, and even with this more very vanilla type tone, it just all works in so beautifully. So you can see how delicate the leaf stickers are, and also these words. And I have cut this little die cut piece of the typewriter here. I've just put a little slit there so I could put a little heart in there. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but these are up on dimensionals here, and I've just tucked the heart down here rather than trying to stamp something there, because I wanted to leave this free of any stamping to make them really quick and easy to put together. And then I'm going to move on to layout 8, which is the last one. This is another bright and fresh type page. If you're not into the florals, you could leave these off totally and put the florals onto a card and just take away the floral elements, and it would definitely become a more masculine type layout. And this is another color combination that I love. Yellow, black and white always works well together. And when you're using little title stickers like this, tucking them in amongst elements would work quite well. So as I said before, if you take away these floral elements, I could put images of cars on here or trucks. Actually, there's something coming up in the new release next month, and it would be perfect to put on this page as well. So a little sneak peek. How cool would it be to put this tractor element on here and some of these other images on there? And it will give a totally different look to it if you took away the floral elements and put this tractor on there. It's got a lot of dies in it, this set, and I can't wait to use it. And the tractor itself is around the same size as what this floral will be once you put on all the wheels and everything. So if you're looking at layouts that have been designed that have a floral element on there, just train your eye to sort of block those pieces out and just look at the design itself. And you can see here, it instantly transforms this page. I haven't got forehand, so I can't cover that bit up for you, but it does transform this page into a totally different theme. So this is the last double page spread. Now I haven't put any dots on here. I'm going to bring out two new ones. These are low profile sparkle dots. They are coming out next month. So the yellow and the green and the blue, that will work really well on some of these layouts. And then these ones, the muted palette dots, are in the annual catalogue with the Boho Vibes suite. And I think they will work across the board for a lot of these layouts. So I'm just going to bring these in and show you just one page of each. Just going to move this off to the side. This one here, I could use the pink tones, and then I would look in my collection of dots and sort of bring in a white dot or something like that to dress this one up a little bit. This double page spread here, I've got yellow and green, but these dots would work quite well, these new ones that are coming. We're back to the peaches and the yellow sort of dots. They will work, and to give it a little bit more depth, I would use this colour here. And then I've got this one here, which is more of a beach vibe. So definitely these blue ones here would work. Another outdoors type page. I loved building on this sort of grunged up base layer that comes with the kit. So these two tones would work really well with this page here. And again, I would look in my supply of dots for some more muted tones. I think they're called neutral matte dots. They would be the ones that I would look at for this layout. This has a lot of these colours going on just right here. So this could almost have been made for this. These are the dots, the muted palette dots that go with the boho vibes. So I know I usually put dots on my layouts, but I have left this to be exactly as per what was in the kit, apart from adding additional cardstock for photo mats and also for some base layers with the layouts. But I did want to point out what sort of colours would go really well with this. Now on the back of all of the kits, it does tell you what the coordinating colours are. So basic beige, basic grey, cloud cover, crumb cake, darling duckling, grey granite, lost lagoon, petal pink, pretty peacock, secret sea, shaded spruce, and very vanilla. So you could look at your dots and look in the catalogue and look online and pick out the colours that perfectly match if you wanted to get the exact match for dots and things like that. But I usually just generally look at the dots and think these ones would work quite well on here, even though this one here I don't think is pretty peacock, but I think it would work quite well. Let me have a look. So let me just get these dots off the carrier here. They're actually more a green color, so they will work really well with some of the tones in other pages. So sometimes it's good just to get them out of the packet and just put them over the top of your layouts to see what will work for you. So 16 layouts from one box kit. I will have a link to everything that I've used below in the description, as well as a link for the Stampin' Up video that does an unboxing of this actual kit so you can see exactly what is in it. And I will also put a link to the scrapbook guide. I will share some still photos over on my Instagram account and later on my Janice Gilhooly Designs Facebook page. So if you want to check those out, look out for those. They will be coming very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really happy with all of the layouts that I've created using this Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. It really is fabulous to see a kit like this coming out from Stampin' Up in in the little brown box format. So I'm really hoping that they continue with this trend and we get another one of these type of kits very, very soon. They are so fun to work with. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, happy crafting and bye for now.